Welcome back to Notre Dame Day. I'm Alex Wilcox. Joining us now is Jay Brockman, a professor in Notre Dame's College of Engineering and director of the new Center for Civic Innovation. The College of Engineering created this new center in partnership with Notre Dame Research, the Center for Social Concerns, and the Idea Center. Jay, welcome to Notre Dame Day.
Hi, how are you?
Good. We're thrilled to have you. Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about the new Center for Civic Innovation. Just what is it and how did it develop?
Sure. The center, it's fairly new. It was just launched this past August. And really what it's about is finding ways that Notre Dame can better engage with the local community and find innovative solutions to some of the issues that we have around town. We work with local stakeholders, including city government, county government, not-for-profit organizations, industry, and it came together really as a result of some internal and some external things. Externally, the university and the city are part of what's called the Metro Lab Consortium, which is a group of cities and universities that are all focused on how we make cities smarter. South Bend is really one of the only ones under 200,000 that's part of that. And internally, really, the College of Engineering was looking at how to better contribute to the Catholic mission of the university and really finding ways that our research and our education can contribute to the community.
You and I were talking a little bit about this during the break. In what specific ways does the center drive engagement between Notre Dame and the local community here?
Sure. So everything really is based on issues that come out of the community itself, and I can give you a couple of examples. Yeah. One is that, like a lot of Midwestern and other cities, there were stormwater issues today, and that was one of the things that got us started. So recently, where we got a grant that we're going to be opening an environmental sensing lab at Riley High School and working with local company MNet to monitor some of the flows on creeks flowing into the St. Joe River and find ways of reducing that. Another issue that we've been working on is people know about the 1,000 homes in 1,000 days where vacant and abandoned properties were taken down, and that brought some properties from a negative to a neutral. Now we're looking at creative ways to make them a positive. For example, we've set up a system of native tree nurseries. We just had a group of about 30 students from Back the Bend out there this past weekend. And what that does is it takes some of these vacant properties, turns them into tree nurseries, saves the city about maybe $400 a tree while beautifying the neighborhood. Third thing is we're looking at innovative ways of improving STEM education. We're working with Elkhart Community Schools in a STEM and music program. We've got a group of students at Pierre Morin Middle School working with Grammy Award winners and former Notre Dame artists in residence.
Wow.
Third Coast Percussion in a concert in Elkhart this coming Friday. So really just an interesting collection of things.
Yeah, that's great. And one of the things on campus, at least when I was a student here a couple of years ago, so much talk is about kind of the Notre Dame bubble, if you will. And maybe that's changing. Hopefully it is for the better. But for students here on campus, what can they do to get more involved in the local community?
Sure. So our sort of the centerpiece of our center is that we have internship programs. So we have one called the Bowman Creek Educational Ecosystem, which is actually featured in Notre Dame Day under Notre Dame in Michiana. But we have between 50 and 60 paid interns that are working this summer, not just from Notre Dame, but probably from about 15 different schools, maybe 15 or so different majors. So that's really kind of the centerpiece. But we also have academic year undergraduate research programs with our center affiliates, and also in the process of developing some new integration courses that bring students out into the community. So lots of different ways that people on campus can get involved.
So this is a fairly new center that you guys have developed. Just how do you see the center kind of developing into the future?
Sure. There's a few ways that now that we're a center, it gives us a better opportunity to connect with more people, more programs. So I think just the scope of things we're doing will increase. The new grant that was announced from the Lilly Foundation last week, which is about economic development in St. Joe and Elkhart counties, I think will open a lot of really interesting possibilities.
Yeah.
And also we want to be have impact, influence on other communities as well. I think some of the solutions that we work on are applicable to other cities, and just the way we do business, of having students get involved with the community and other stakeholders is something that we're hearing from other universities that they want to emulate.
Finally, from me, probably the easiest question that I'm going to ask you, just why, in your opinion, is it important for Notre Dame to serve the local community?
Well, I guess I would change that sentence a little bit, and then the answer becomes obvious. And it's not to serve, but to engage with, right? And we're an important part of the community. Yeah. And I think for all the reasons anyone would engage with their community, that it's the people that you get to meet, it's to be a contributor to the issues and to learn something while you're at it. I think one of the things we're most proud of, and I guess you've experienced this yourself as a transplant to the area, that we've had a number of people that have passed through our programs that have chosen to stay in South Bend after graduation. We've also worked with high school students in our programs that maybe before they got involved, they couldn't wait to get out of the city after finishing high school, but now they see reasons to stay. Yeah. So, I think to engage with the city, to be a good neighbor, really, that's what it's all about.
Jay, thank you so much for joining us. We're very appreciative to have you here on Notre Dame Day.